What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate, reverse wrench, no hate. Now, I was asked this question, and it's a simple answer. It was basically, what do I think about Tank Davis saying that he'll fight Devin Haney at 140, and then saying that Devin Haney is too big. Okay, it's simple. If Tank Davis is going to go to 140 pounds, that's his choice. Okay, Devin Haney went to 140. It's funny because when I simply said, use your common goddamn sense, Devin Haney's not a little dude, man. Okay, he's outgrown 135 for a long time, even while he was fighting at 135 and still winning. He was still like too big for the division. How you saw that? The very first time you seen him make weight and look like a skeleton in the face. And you can clearly see that he's outgrown the division. Isn't it funny that when he came in for the win at 140, he didn't have that skeletal look? Okay, so he went up to the division, let the belts go, basically. He's campaigning at 140. He's no longer fighting at 135. Well, if Tank Davis decides that he's going to come up to 140, well, that's the weight class. So what are you going to do? Because you're the A side to everyone, you're going to put a rehydration clause in every fight that you have. Tank is a short guy. He's not naturally like a big guy. So he's going to always have a size disadvantage in height and in weight. So it's simple. Don't go to 140 if you're scared of bigger guys. Stay at 135. And if you're entertaining going at 140, is it because you're outgrowing 135? Is it somebody that you don't want to fight? There's nobody at 135 that I see beating Tank. In fact, the fight, as far as him even against Shakur Stevenson, 2 times we've seen Shakur Stevenson not look so good, and both times they was against punches that bring pressure. Which leads me to believe if he was to go in there and fight Tank, it'd be the same thing. As soon as he feels Tank power, it's like, okay, before the fight, I thought I was going to do this, this, and that, but I don't know, man. This dude can crack. Shakur's not a big puncher. You understand what I'm saying? If you don't have nothing to keep Tank off you, you're going to need more than just speed. And if less, you are a real boxer. Now, ain't it funny how now people are saying, yo, you know what? You was right. Devin Haney got more dog in him than Shakur. No, y'all listening to Tim Bradley speak about his boy, telling you how his boy is this and that, and he has all these advantages over Devin Haney. Okay, whatever. Tank was one of the people that picked, Regis Prograde to stop Devin Haney, didn't he? Did it happen? Did it even come close to happening? So was that out of hate, or you really thought that Regis was just going to beat him? So now all of a sudden, Devin Haney's the big dog. But he can't punch, right? He's pillow fisted, so why would you care how big he is? And I was rocking with Tank when I said, I understand, like I know if a fighter, like with Ryan, the same thing. If you can't make 135, right? You worried about the rehydration clause? Then fuck it, go to 140. And that's what he wound up doing. But don't accept the fight and then make excuses and say, oh, why you trying to weight drain me? Because it's like, motherfucker, you took the fight and you the one calling this dude out. You know he's the A side, and you know that the stipulation was going to be there. You knew that. He said that shit before he said it. Everybody was talking about that fight before y'all even dried the ink, okay? So you knew that. So same thing goes for Tank. If you're going to go to 140, then go to 140. But you can't go there talking about motherfuckers is too big, they did, they that. Okay, well, then keep your little ass at 135. What you going to do? I don't think there's too many fighters at 140 that's 5'5", 5'4". So, as far as that being the excuse to not fight Devin Haney, well, nah. I keep telling you guys, Devin Haney is far better than people want to give him his credit for. I see the skills, and they see it too. And that's why they hope he loses, so they don't have to fight him. He's boring. Nobody want to see that. Or nobody don't care about the belts. But yours truly, Tank Davis, just became the new WBA email champion, a guy who don't care about belts, right? Okay. So if you're going to go to 140 and you're the A side and you're one of the very top 2-3 names in boxing, if you don't want to fight Devin Haney, if you don't want to fight Teofimo, who claims he's retired, but yet he's still a champion, still holding on to the belt, still paying the sanctioning fee, then who do you want to fight then? I mean, you've been there before. You fought Barrios. So if you want to have a test of waters fight, okay, fight a Josh Taylor or somebody just to break in so you can go embarrass him just like, Teofimo did. But you can't come to the division and expect everybody to just fall to this, rehydration clause shit. You know as you go up in weight, you're fighting bigger, stronger dudes. And correct me if I'm wrong, and I know I'm not wrong. Tank Davis was the one that said his power carries over to a good cruiserweight, good 180, right? Okay, 140 is 40 pounds is 40 pounds off, so you shouldn't have no problem knocking out a 140 pounder. Simple. And let's be real. Tank more than likely won't go up to 147 when it's all said and done because he's giving up too much of a height and reach advantage. Okay? Size in general. If you want to make these fights happen, like when you say belts don't pay my bills, you're right, and I get it. But you also know that when the guy's holding the belt to the best in the division, that's just an excuse to not fight them, right? So at the end of the day, either you're going to fight the best guys, okay, and get it on and find a way to win, or you're not. You ain't hear Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler, these guys talking about no rehydration clause. I'm just being straight up with you. I mean, this is some shit y'all doing now. But my point is, okay, I'm tired of these guys. Everybody want to fight at a different weight class. That's why I said, even like with Alicia Baumgartner, she need to stop calling Clarissa Shields' name if she's not going to go to 160. Why? Because she know Clarissa's not going to 1. For what? What the fuck is that 147? Y'all talking about a legacy fight versus a fucking 160 pounder versus a 130 pounder. And y'all calling this a legacy fight. Just the same way when the fans were talking about Katie Taylor would beat Clarissa. I'm like, okay, so what you saying is Katie Taylor can go up to 160. Because you know damn well Shields is not going down to her fucking weight class. And all that was saltiness because she beat the fuck out of Savannah Marshall. And all these people was claiming Savannah was going to do this and that, right? Man, clean up your division. Stay within divisions that you can fight in. You don't hear nobody pressing Canelo to go to 175, do you? And he fought there already. Twice. He's 1-1 at 175. But yet Shields is supposed to go down to 147 because Baumgartner says so. Neither one of them had belts at 147. She wanted to defend her belts and add to her legacy. Baumgartner is the one talking about she want to fight Shields. Oh man, well she need to fight her because if somebody call you up, stop it, yo. Like grow up, stop it. And this is what I mean about boxing being having no structure, and also just being to a point where you got people trying to make all this little unnecessary leaps and jumps in weight. Y'all call it daring to be great, but it becomes nothing but excuses when your favorite fighter lose. Come on, y'all. I mean, that's what it is. If he's going to go to 140, then he can't go to 140 with this, everybody he fight, rehydration clause or no fight. Come on, bro. Like, then what the fuck are you going to 140 for? Stay at 135. I mean, because shit, even a 135 pounder can rehydrate up and be way bigger than what you are. So why go to 140? That's my point. And all of y'all who know, whoever Tank fought, I've always rocked with Tank. I don't want to see these dudes beat Tank, right? Like, I don't want him, like, it's not personal. If he lose, he just fucking lose. I don't personally give a fuck, but I'm saying I like him as a fighter. So you know what I'm saying ain't coming from no fucking, wicked disposition or nothing like that. No, motherfucker. I come from the truth and what's right. And if you don't want to fight dudes at the weight class that you signed up for, then you need to find a white weight class that you can go in and you ain't got to worry about somebody rehydrating up way bigger than you. You gonna have a problem because you short as fuck. Let's just be real. All right? Simple. So if he climb up to 140, he gonna have an issue with people. If you keep saying rehydration clause or no fight, then you go up to 140 and you still won't be fighting the top guys. Because there's going to be so many guys up there that's naturally way bigger than Tank. If he's having that problem at 135, of course he's going to have it at 140. So now all of a sudden, Haney's too big. I told you guys, Haney might wind up ending his career at 147, 154. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? But you could see he was much bigger than that weight class. And it was draining him to make that weight. Now that the time has passed and you see what he's done and you look back, now you guys can admit it or see it. But when it was happening, he just don't want to fight Loma. Oh, you don't want to fight this guy and this guy. Come on, y'all. Stop. And Tank just turned down $20 million from the Haneys? Really? Really? Oh, well, Tank is the A side, so anybody going to make an offer, it's going to be Tank. That's just a fucking excuse. And that came from the LB. That's just a fucking excuse. When you want to make a fight happen, you make it known. It's as simple as that. You don't hide the information. You want to build the fight. You want people to come support the fight. You advertise the fight. He's showing no interest. All he's talking about is niggas is broke over here. We getting money. Them niggas broke. Blah, blah, blah. This and that. Okay, what about you want to fight? Let's go. Send the contract. Let's go. What about that? No, that's not what you're hearing. I don't give a fuck how much I like you as a fighter. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to tell the truth. So nah, don't hop your little ass up to 140 if you're going to go up there bitching about these motherfuckers are naturally bigger than me. Because you got the same problem at 135. So that's the simple answer. Either stay at 135 or go to 140. And if you're going to stay at 135, to say Shakur has to go out and win another big fight in order to get a fight with me to get interest back into the fight, okay, if that's how you really feel, right? That's how you really feel. If he does that, when you going to fight him? You understand? When are you going to fight him? Because now, that's like, nah, you still don't look good enough. One more fight. Nah, not quite. No. In the meantime, what are you doing? Who are you fighting, right? Y'all got to stop with all this pick and choose shit. And that's for real. That's for real. So, Tank had some fights where he didn't look his best and people criticized him. And look where he is now. You understand what I'm saying? Now, the same way, Shakur talk a lot of shit, then he comes up and looks stupid because it's like, damn, I didn't think this would happen to me. All right. Both of them said a lot of shit. They make excuses about a lot of other shit. Put the petty shit aside. If the best want to fight the best, they will. Tell me who the fuck you want to tell me you ain't got to go to the Saudis to make this fight happen? You want to tell me there's nobody that want to see Tank versus Shakur Stevenson? Nah, I doubt that. I doubt that. And I know people looking at Shakur a funny way because he embarrassed himself jumping in that ring, praising Lomachenko just to get rejected by Lomachenko, just to end up looking bad in his very next fight after he talked all that shit. Yeah. Yeah. But at the same time, man, fight the guys in your weight class. Plain and simple. Make the effort. If Tank want that fight, it'll happen. If Shakur want that fight, it really is going to come down to Tank, to be honest with you. Okay, unless Shakur wind up being mandatory for his belt or some shit like that. Because what I'm seeing with these guys is coming down to I'm the A side, take all my bullshit fucking stipulations or there's no fight. And one of the biggest things is money. They always try to maximize everything, and it gets to the point where you end up fighting somebody else that nobody really cares to see you fight. And you guys are only getting older. Before you know it, it's like, damn, another fight that could have happened, should have happened, but didn't. Anyway, that's my take on that, man. Stay at 135 or go to 140. Either way, you got to stop with this stipulation bullshit. Like, for real. Because you're going to have a lot of situations where the fighting happened because of you. Never fall in love with lies. Remember, the truth brings hate out of people, and I will catch y'all on the next video.